We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. We're learning a 12-year-old suspect accused of attacking a woman in Butchers Hill has previously been accused in more than a dozen car thefts. Coming up, the new calls for reforms to the state's juvenile justice laws. And one woman says the crime has her weighing the idea of moving. Coming up, the concerns that residents expressed at a public safety meeting in Baltimore County. Breaking news from the EPA. It is calling for a major overhaul to the country's water system. Coming up, the new proposal and how it could force cities to remove 9 million lead pipes in the U.S. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. In a city in crisis, a man is killed in an early morning shooting in Northwest Baltimore. It happened around 6 this morning on Talbot Road near Clifton Avenue. That is right near Leakin Park. You might recall that just Tuesday, residents near Leakin Park held a community meeting about crime in that area. A 71-year-old woman was assaulted in the park earlier this month. Police say they have recently upped patrols in that area. There are new calls for stronger penalties for juvenile offenders. It comes as we're learning that a 12-year-old seen attacking a woman in Butchers Hill earlier this month is the same child accused in a string of more than a dozen car thefts across the Baltimore area this summer.
I'm pissed off at the law. This should never, and what if this could have ended really badly?
I don't want to hear apologies. I want to hear what we're going to be doing for the kids.
We have team coverage of the juvenile crime crisis plaguing Maryland. We begin with Olivia Dance for a closer look at the 12-year-old assault suspect's criminal past. It's a story you're seeing first on Fox.
Well, we're still investigating this case, but we know that the 12-year-old has been picked up by police at least 13 times. And now his crimes seem to be escalating after he assaulted and robbed a woman right here on East Lombard Street near Patterson Park. The attack was caught on this neighbor's security camera. Let's go ahead and pull up that video now, which shows two kids, the 12-year-old and a 14-year-old, assaulting and robbing a woman. The victim tells Fox 45 News she is frustrated with the current laws because the 12 and 14-year-olds were arrested and brought to the Juvenile Justice Center here in Baltimore, only to be released just hours later. Fox 45 News spoke to a psychiatrist who says that juveniles need structure and accountability.
There's a lack of accountability. You get a thrill out of doing something illegal or wrong. If you get away with it, you're going to want to chase that thrill again. So, and next time you're going to want a bigger thrill.
And in this case, the 12-year-old was stealing cars only to be sent home and then seemingly escalating to robberies and assault. As I mentioned, the 12-year-old was picked up by Baltimore County Police at least 13 times for stealing cars from the end of May to August. Police reports providing insight into his string of auto thefts, stealing cars and sometimes even crashing them. But each time he was picked up by police, he was released right back to his family. For now, reporting in Butchers Hill, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
When it comes to the juvenile crime crisis, Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates is saying it is time for young people to face the consequences.
If you have 11 or 12 contacts with the criminal justice system for the same exact offense, you're competent enough to steal a car, but you're not competent enough to understand who the judge is, who the prosecutor is, or who your defense attorney is. We got to get real and realize we have to hold young people accountable.
We'll see if lawmakers decide to make any changes to the law in the upcoming session in January. In the meantime, a third House committee hearing will be held next Tuesday to discuss juvenile crime. Now, as the crime continues, one Baltimore County victim is taking her safety concerns to county leaders. She says two teenagers carjacked her at gunpoint just steps away from her house, leaving her with a black eye.
And I saw a pistol in his hand. And I said, and he said, "Give me your keys, give me your keys." And I'm like, and the next thing I know, he hit me in the head and I went down. These kids don't have consequences. And that's what makes me very angry. And I am furious, and I'm going after these. I want to prosecute. I want to see some type of retribution.
As Shannon Lilly explains, the woman says she is now considering moving out of the area.
Well, that frustration is still very much spilling over, and she is telling county leaders that a major part of her concern are the laws that sometimes leave juveniles with no accountability. In fact, take a look at that conversation that played out during a Baltimore County public safety meeting this week.
One pistol whipped me, and that's why my face looks the way it does.
And I'd like to reinforce the fact that I'm going to continue to fight that because I believe when a 16-year-old hits somebody with a gun, they need to be treated like an adult.
We do our very best to try to prevent these things from happening. But the one thing I do reassure you, when they do happen, we put all of our resources on it and we try to bring those people to justice as fast as we can.
Well, the incident happened in this Rosedale neighborhood on Arnhem Road last week. Talent is 72 years old and recalls those frightening moments she came face to face with two teens who carjacked her. She says she had just taken her wheelchair-bound husband inside the house, was walking back to the car parked in the rear of the home when suddenly the boys approached her, demanded her keys, and then hit her on the head. They sped away, leaving Talent with a concussion that put her in the hospital for nearly 2 days.
I don't know. I don't know. We want to stay here, and we're staying here as long as we can, but we may consider moving.
Now we're told police did catch the suspects and recovered that badly damaged car, but it's not clear right now if those suspects, just 15 and 16-year-old boys, are actually in custody or if they're back out here on the streets. Reporting in Baltimore County, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News.
11:06 now. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, security cameras are being installed on the Ma and Pa Trail. It comes after the murder of Rachel Morin. Her body was found on that trail in August. Following the discovery, officials announced they'd add cameras. The system will cover nearly 2 miles of the trail. Trending number two, the Baltimore City Police Department announces the seizure of 17 stolen dirt bikes and ATVs, along with several firearms. 44-year-old Kevin Bridgeforth was arrested and charged with illegal possession of a firearm, unlawful taking of a motor vehicle, and several other violations. Trending number three, schools in Maryland will soon be able to get free COVID tests. Starting early December, federal officials say schools can request at-home antigen tests from the government. Schools can keep the test on site or they can send them home with students. Trending number four, Towson women's basketball takes home the win for this year's Charm City Classic. Final score, Towson 80, Morgan State 69. This marks the season debut of Tigers head coach Laura Harper, who has been on administrative leave since May 19th for an undisclosed reason. Well, this Saturday, you can catch basketball from the comfort of your home right here on Fox 45 and the CW Baltimore. On Fox 45 at 12:30, watch state rivals number 3 Marquette and Wisconsin. On the CW Baltimore, Saturday, Notre Dame and number 8 Miami tip off in Florida at noon. Then at 2:15, number 7 Duke and Georgia Tech go head-to-head in Atlanta. Well, still ahead, the saying goes, money can't buy happiness. But is that true? A new survey reveals not a lot of people think so. Coming up, how much money a new survey finds most think they need to be happy. Very interesting. But first, new video shows the moment a man opens a plane's emergency exit and jumps onto the tarmac below. Coming up, why police say he did it. And some shocking new proposals from the EPA, the new rules that could change the country's water infrastructure.
And we're getting ready for higher temperatures this afternoon. We'll reach the mid-50s, keeping us close to average. But as December begins, you can expect higher temperatures. I'll let you know what's coming in my Weather Authority forecast.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:10 and taking a look at your social stream. Lots of reaction to this first story. The EPA is proposing the biggest changes to lead pipe rules in more than 3 decades. Under the proposal, most U.S. cities would have to replace lead water pipes within the next 10 years. That would call for replacing 9 million lead pipes in the U.S. According to the EPA, replacing those pipes and moving away from lead would improve IQ scores in children and reduce high blood pressure and heart disease in adults. A lot of reaction. One person saying a welcome development. Flip side, though, someone questioning, are there just like an astronomical number of lead poisoning cases I'm unaware of? Well, caught on camera, passengers at Louis Armstrong Airport in Louisiana scramble to get off of a plane after a man opens an emergency door and jumps off and runs on the tarmac. The plane was still at the gate when it happened. When deputies finally caught up with the man, they say he was incoherent and appeared to be experiencing a mental health emergency. Pretty scary. One person saying, why would someone do that? Another one saying, somehow air travel seems to be getting worse over time. Well, Taylor Swift's rumored boyfriend, Travis Kelce, is joining her at the top of the music charts. The football player's duet with his brother Jason has reached #1 on both the rock digital song sales and holiday digital song sales charts. The song, Fairy Tale of Philadelphia, is featured on the upcoming charity album by Eagles offensive linemen Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, and Jordan Mailata. Here's what you're saying about that. He's using her for clout. Another one says, before anyone's hating, they do it for charity purposes. Swiftie fan for sure. All right, well, still ahead of the holidays, we're talking about the importance of representation in toys. Coming up, how one woman created her own doll line when she couldn't find a doll that looked like her. But first, the UN's climate conference starts today. The world leaders set to attend. 11:13 now on Fox 45 News Midday. We are back with a live look over the Inner Harbor. Things finally warming up. When we could see temperatures back in the 50s, that's actually coming up later today. But we're going to talk about how long this nice weather lasts before the rain moves in. Now to the latest out of the Middle East. Israel and Hamas will extend their ceasefire another day. That announcement came just minutes before the ceasefire in place was expected to end. Qatar has been playing a big role in mediating between the two. Their officials say Hamas will release 10 Israeli hostages and Israel will release 30 Palestinian prisoners. Happening today, the United Nations Annual Summit on Climate Change is set to begin. This year's summit is being held in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Thousands of people will travel to Dubai to attend the summit, including Vice President Kamala Harris. The White House said Wednesday that Harris will join the U.S. delegation to COP28. Climate envoy John Kerry and Secretary of State Antony Blinken are also attending. Now, the summit comes as climate scientists from Europe have already said that 2023 will almost certainly be the hottest year ever recorded. New data shows U.S. economic growth was stronger in the third quarter than previously thought. The government reports American consumers have helped push economic growth to a 5.2% annual pace from July through September. It is an upgrade from the previous estimate of growth at 4.9%. New numbers show U.S. home prices continue to increase in September, marking the 8th consecutive month that they've gone up. At the same time, mortgage rates remained above 7% in September. 3 U.S. cities are among the top 10 most expensive places to live in 2023, according to the annual Worldwide Cost of Living Index. New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco were among the top 10 most expensive places to live. General Motors says it will cut spending on self-driving vehicles. It comes after one of the cars struck a pedestrian earlier this year. The company says development of the Cruise cars will be more deliberate going forward. Production of GM's Origin vans is suspended. Those vehicles have no driver's seat, no steering wheels, and no pedals. Coming up tonight at 4, the Bel Air Edison Safe Streets location has been closed for a month. Fox 45 News is looking into whether or not the absence has made a difference in the community. Illegal dirt bikes continue to rip through city streets. A closer look at one city councilman's bill to end the chaos and if it's having any impact. And residents continue to voice frustration over the juvenile crime crisis. We make your concerns heard. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Turning now to today's talking point, a Texas woman is highlighting the importance of representation. After growing up unable to find dolls that looked like her, Brooke Hart Jones is now not only designing dolls of color, but each one represents students at historically black colleges and universities.
They all have positions of leadership and unique backgrounds. It is the opportunity to plant the seed of higher learning, teach about HBCUs.
Jones started designing the dolls during the pandemic when she was laid off from her job, and now the dolls have been picked up by major retailers like Target and Walmart and Amazon. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now, and I think it's going to be more than kids that get these dolls. I think alumni of those schools would get this just as keepsakes. I'm so happy about this. It's so weird. Allison turned me on to this young lady, and she asked could she get on the show, and so ta-da, it was amazing. I didn't have nothing to do with it. And so, yes, what she's doing is amazing. I think, like you said, the history of HBCUs, the fact that you have African-American dolls, dolls of color, it's just it's great, and it's timely, and I'm just excited about it, too. I'm happy for her as well. And it's not a new concept. It's exactly what Barbie, did. They started making a diverse spread of dolls doing different jobs, different ethnicities. I mean, there is a need for everybody to see themselves and to aspire to higher things. And so the fact that she's getting people to aspire to college and think about themselves in those terms, I love everything about this. So now they're going to be sold out. Especially when they were kids, Yep. Wild and wonderful weather with meteorologists.
Thanks, Patrice. We are heading down to Cozumel, Mexico. A beautiful sunrise coming in this morning. Absolutely gorgeous photo. And of course, Mexico dealing with those nice warm temperatures. Here, it's not too bad. We're actually talking numbers near average for the afternoon, and that's a nice change compared to the bitter cold temperatures we have yesterday. In fact, right now we're sitting at 49, and this is already higher than our temperatures yesterday by 9 degrees. We've got mostly cloudy skies, winds out of the south-southwest around 7 miles per hour, and around the state already seeing a couple spots in the 50s. We've got Gaithersburg at 52, and then a couple places along the eastern shore, including Cambridge, Salisbury, even Ocean City, all in the low 50s. We'll be heading to the mid-50s, so expect a nice and pleasant afternoon. Compared to this time yesterday, for many of us, temperatures between 15 and 20 degrees higher, so a much welcome change. We're looking at highs topping off around 54, then tomorrow 53, but notice we have our next chance for rain. After that, we're looking at the 60s on Saturday, so certainly feeling more like early mid-fall than December as we head into the new month. Notice on the future scan, we're looking at more clouds this afternoon, but mild temperatures. Will stay nice and dry overnight, waking up to dry weather for Friday, but it's the afternoon when we have our next chance for showers. These will continue off and on into the evening. This could mean a rainy commute, so you want to make sure that you're adding time to that commute. We'll start to see the rain taper overnight and will be mostly dry on Saturday. However, we have another chance for showers on Sunday and again on Monday, so you will need the umbrellas a couple times as we head into the weekend. Temperatures will reach the mid-50s this afternoon. Then tomorrow, 53. We'll be in the 60s on Saturday and Sunday, 57 on Monday with showers. After that, we stay in the low to mid-50s. Back to you.
All right, Jasmine, thank you. Still ahead, London's iconic black taxi cabs are getting a makeover. And work to rebuild Notre Dame enters a new phase. How soon visitors will be allowed inside. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle, live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with radio personality Che Parker from 92Q, as well as meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. Yeah. All right, now, let me tell you right now, ladies. A new survey is revealing the most popular slang words among today's teens. Past generations may think that they were groovy or hip, but today's kids might use the word drip. It says it means the same thing. That's not actually right. Drip is like outfit, right?
Yeah, your swag.
Your swag.
Your jewelry.
Yeah.
Jewelry
So,
and stuff, yeah.
And so a new survey finds sus is the most popular slang word this year. It's short for suspicious. Another popular one, salty, which is used to describe someone who's upset or about something. Cap is another word for lying. And simp is when someone does too much for someone they like. So, Che, these actually seem like they've been around a long time now. And I'm old, so you're young. What's up?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm fed up with this list because I feel like these are all of our millennial words. Oh, yeah, most of them grew up on these. I mean, Bet was around probably for longer. You know, than that was a good one. But it's just interesting to see how things come back around, and then the younger generation just thinks that they came up with it.
All they did was shorten the words.
Like
all they did was take the first three letters, and they were like, I like some of their words, though. I like yeet. I like that one.
What is yeet?
You know, yeet is like the throwing, like when you like, you know, it's like a toss.
Violently throw something at somebody?
Yeah, when I got one of my packages had a dent in it, and my brothers were like, oh yeah, Amazon clearly was like, yeet, and just threw it. And I was like, oh, so you have to use it in a sense. Context clues. I'm here for context clues. Yeah.
Okay, well, Jasmine.
I mean,
I can't see you using any of these terms.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I don't personally use them, but I see them every day. Every day.
Well,
on
Jasmine did
Twitter.
say the other day it was going to snow, and that's cap. She said
We need
forecast
to, there you go, forecast. No cap. You got to say no cap at the end of your forecast. And then it really helps us like take you seriously. Yeah, there you go.
I'm old.
We're here.
Okay, we've often been told money can't buy happiness, but a lot of people say they don't believe that. A recent survey found 6 out of every 10 Americans say money can buy happiness, and they even estimated how much it would cost to get to that happy number. Now, let's cut to the chase now. Most people said $1.2 million. Okay, y'all under. Say maybe because I know how much it takes. My number's 12.5.
Oh, 12.5.
$12.5 million.
Okay.
I believe you can't, if you're unhappy, it can't buy happiness, but I think it can make you happy.
It'll definitely make you a little bit more happy.
It can buy you some things that can make you happy.
You're on the #1 radio show. You know you probably 1.5 million already, so.
I'm in poverty, y'all. I'm in poverty, okay? But I'm in distress. Can I be honest?
Yes,
If you give me $1, I'll be a little bit happier than I was 5 seconds ago.
That's true.
But the number for me, it would be 50 million.
Okay, wow. Okay, Lady T, what's your number?
If you turn that M into a B and we do $1 billion, I'll be as happy as you need me to be. Okay.
What's your number?
I mean, several million. I just want to be able to buy everything I want to buy.
And pay off these student loans. That's all she wants to do. That's all she wants to do out here.
I want to salute this hair over here, y'all. Can we salute
this hair?
I know,
it's giving. Come on, edges are laid.
Very clean.
It's giving.
She put on for us.
She really turned it.
She put
the hair up.
Did I do it?
You did it. It was giving Beyonce.
And Lady T, every day you slay.
Don't say that. All day.
We want you to tell us.
All day, I slay.
We want you to tell me, do you think money can buy you happiness? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, there was another unmasking last night on The Masked Singer, the show revealing a popular boy band star distinguished as a sweet snack, a s'more. If you haven't seen the episode yet, this is your spoiler.
Ew, what is that? That's what it is?
Okay.
Musician, Broadway star, and O-Town heartthrob, Ashley Parker.
Old Town band member.
Not Old Town.
Wow, they
From
really,
making the band?
they really reached back with that one. They took us back.
No.
Jenny McCarthy, she actually picked it out.
She wins all the time. She always knows. She knows everybody. It's not even fair.
Old band member? Wow.
It's not even fair at this point.
That shows, you always say, Lady T, who are these people? I don't know. Anyway,
No.
Even when they unmasked it, I couldn't tell. I was like,
I don't know him. I don't know the band.
You remember Old Town, my Liquid Dreams? Remember Liquid Dreams was a song?
Very vaguely.
I know,
very vaguely.
I just remember them going, my Liquid Dreams. I just, the hand. It was all this.
And they were like, is this a signal that you're back in the game? He's like, no, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, like I'm just here, so I don't get fined. Right.
Old Town, no.
Great answer. answer, sir. This is not making you back in there.
We don't always need a blast from the past. We don't always need that.
Fresh off his reveal on Masked Singer, he's back with his new single. No, that's not.
Now, you know what?
Say it was an NSYNC member or Backstreet Boys.
Always great to see you, Che. People can catch
Thank
you every morning.
Yes, every
We'll see
morning
you
on the
guys.
Quicksilver Show, 6 to 10 a.m.
On 92Q.
Yes.
See
Baby.
you guys later in the show. Still ahead are Taylor and Travis taking things to the next level. Lady T has the latest on their whirlwind romance. But first, if you're on your feet too much last week cooking at Thanksgiving, we got you covered. Coming up, the new way to treat aching and swollen legs.
Oh, I'm listen for that.
That's sexy.
Yes.
Stick around. It's
Don't
coming
get
up.
close up on my
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Aching and swollen legs could be as simple as compression socks. Stacey Bell shares the health benefits and special money-saving deal on socks that don't just feel good, they look good too.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
I'm going to tell you about something that you need, but you may not even realize you need it. Compression socks. I travel a lot, and so I keep these in all of my carry-on bags, so I have them at all times. They really are helpful for just maintain your overall health, because the heart is working so hard to pump blood throughout your body, and when it goes down to your feet, that's easy. But it's getting it to come back up because it's working against gravity. That is the challenge, and that's where these compression socks come in handy. Dr. Siegel, a doctor of course, created these, and so he just put a lot of extra care and thought into these. They're antimicrobial, they have silver ion, and they have this extra cushioning. I just got these, and I really like the purple, the lavender, because that's my favorite color. But the other thing is they're compression, but they also are really good stretchy, so it's not that compression that's painful. These are at such a great deal. You could buy one and give them to anybody in your family or even some of your friends. You're getting up to 20% off of Dr. Siegel's compression socks. He really did put a lot of thought into these, so you want to head over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
You welcome him into your home every morning and trust him for his forecast. And this morning, we're giving you a one-on-one behind-the-scenes sit-down with meteorologist Justin Chambers.
Hey everybody, this is meteorologist Justin Chambers from Fox 45 Morning News. Going a little bit after, I'd say 3:30 or so in the morning, and get to work, start, going through the weather stuff. And then it's all about, trying to put the graphics together and get ready for the show. Once you get to about, 4:15, it's almost go time. So I have to get up there and, get the TV face on, get the TV hair, get the tie all tied up, and make sure my microphone's on, and the earpiece so that they can yell at me in the ear. And all of a sudden I look at the watch, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost 4:30, we gotta hit the air. And we hit the ground running. I mean, we go from 4:30 to 10 o'clock, it's nonstop. It's weather hits basically almost every 10 minutes or so. Weather's important. People want to know the weather. And so I don't have a lot of time to relax when I am, kind of backstage in the weather center. I get my drink of water and, grab a quick power bar or a Pop-Tart, depending on how I'm feeling that day. But you know, it can be a lot, and it definitely, there are a lot of weather hits, but, you know, I love what I do. It can affect people. Yeah, I started flying in 2018. I was living in Nashville at the time, and I'd always been interested in it. And then I thought, okay, look, I talk about the clouds, I talk about the storms. Why don't I go up and be in the clouds and fly around and see what that's like? And so I got into it, and I was scared to death when I got behind that, you know, the seat and pulled the yoke on the Cessna and pulled off there and got up into the air. But I fell in love with it. And anybody who has been a pilot ever, or has ever thought about being a pilot, or like, man, I really would love to fly sometime. I mean, it is the single best thing I've ever done, besides marrying my wife and having my dog. And this community as a whole, I mean, my wife's from here, so it's great to be home with the family. We've got family all around the Baltimore area, and I love it. I mean, it's kind of like it's always been a second home to me, and now that it is my home.
And make sure to watch Justin and the entire morning show weekdays right here on Fox 45, and look for more behind-the-scenes action in the future on Be More Lifestyle. Still ahead, we're talking all things tech. Coming up, smart gifts for smart homes, from home security systems to laptops. But first, new fallout for Diddy over multiple lawsuits he's facing. Lady T's got the hot, steaming, milky tea. Next. And it's time to spill the tea with Lady T.
Hello, fellow tea sippers. All right, let's spill some tea. All right, so Diddy is experiencing some fallout after that Cassie lawsuit. He's temporarily stepping aside as chairman of Revolt magazine. The magazine is currently celebrating its 10-year anniversary. Rapper 50 Cent offered to buy the company, but he's just trolling him, though, as per the usual. A former security guard who worked with Diddy, however, said Cassie is right, and he saved many other women from Diddy also. His name is Roger Bonds. Mr. Bonds is claiming to have witnessed many of those assaults. Diddy currently has 3 lawsuits filed against him by women saying that he assaulted them. This is crazy, y'all. It's all filed under the New York Survivors Act, where those who have been sexually abused can file lawsuits even after the statute of limitations has run out. The window for that closed on November 24th. So he's losing a little bit of, I don't know, he's leaning towards getting canceled is what it seems like, because they don't even play his music anymore, Mark.
Well, he's got too much music, but I see him leaving the country soon.
You feel like he's going to be leaving?
Him and Russell Simmons will share a flat in wherever he is, Malaysia, wherever he is.
Yeah, I think so. He's going to be in a little bit. He's going to keep it under, wraps for a little bit, I think. All right, up next, you guys. Call me Dorothy, because I'm grabbing Toto. Let's head to Kansas for this breaking news team.
Wow. Well
Taylor
done.
Swift moved in with Trevor Kelsey. The Daily Mail reported that she moved in with the NFL star. He has a $6 million mansion in Kansas City, of course. It's in a gated community. He has a waterfall, swimming pool, mini golf course, and 3 acres of land. It sounds like a resort, right, Mark? Only the best for our girl Tay-Tay, right? So sources say he wanted the space for privacy amid his new budding romance with Taylor. This is a big step for the couple who just went public in September, but is it too soon though? I think they started dating a little bit prior to when we found out about it. So I don't know, but that would make it what, 4 to 6 months? Is that too soon, Mark, to be moving in?
I'm old school. Like Big Mama say, baby, always have your own house.
That's right.
I don't move in with nobody.
And she has a spot in New York, so hopefully she doesn't give that up, because I think it costs just as much, honestly.
They probably each have 20 houses. So.
Yeah, they probably each do. But they're going to combine money, and they're going to make really, really, really cute Tay-Tay babies is what I'm hoping.
Oh,
okay?
wow.
Swifties, little Swifties.
Wow.
All right, up next, you guys, because it's keeps pouring. So next up, rapper T.I. had to put his son in check at a recent game. Things got a little bit of physical between he and his son King. It started off as a playful banter, then it got kind of ugly. T.I. and his family were in a suite at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium during the Atlanta Falcons game on Sunday. So King started live streaming on social media, screaming that he's known for standing on business. Standing on business, Mark. T.I. stepped in and said he was embarrassing the family, put his son in a headlock, said, get off that live stream. The internet's divided though, Mark, because should T.I. just let him continue his rant, or was he wrong for snatching him up? Also, that phrase, standing on business, still trending, y'all. What do you think, Mark? Is it too much?
Standing on business is going to be on the words next year.
I think so. Yeah, I think we're going to start using that.
They're hosting an event this week in Atlanta. Have we been trolled?
Have we been trolled? Oh, that's a good question, because I think it's a buildup for that. But we'll see. Keep standing on business. That's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea.
Well, she's standing on weather. Jasmine is standing by with the latest forecast. What's going on?
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. We are taking a look at this stunning photo coming from this morning's sunrise over the Capitol. But what you can see in this photo is a little bit of ice over the water. That's just how cold it was as the day began. But we're actually looking at temperatures slightly higher than average, so a really nice end to November, and then even higher temperatures as December begins tomorrow. Currently, though, temperatures sit at 49 over Baltimore, and already this is higher than the 40 degrees we hit yesterday, so certainly an improvement with those temperatures. It's mostly cloudy over Baltimore with winds out of the south-southwest, not too breezy. Around the state, we're mainly seeing temperatures in the 40s and now some more areas in the low 50s, including Westminster. We also have Ocean City and other spots along the eastern shore seeing those low 50s. But for all of us, this is a big warm up compared to yesterday at this time. Temperatures are 15 to 20 degrees higher, so certainly a nice change. 54 for the high this afternoon. That's followed by 53 tomorrow as December begins. But we do have our next chance for showers. And then on Saturday, mostly dry as temperatures jump to the 60s. We are getting ready for a much, much warmer day. As we continue into the afternoon, we'll have a few clouds over the area. We'll start tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies, but dry weather. Then for the afternoon, that rain arrives and it continues off and on into the evening. This does mean a chance for a rainy commute. Make sure to drive safely. Eventually, overnight, that rain starts to taper. We'll stay mostly dry on Saturday and getting ready for those temperatures to reach the 60s. We'll be in the 60s again on Sunday, but we have the chance for scattered showers. That's followed by a few showers on Monday before a mostly dry midweek. 54 today, then 53 tomorrow. We'll be in the 60s on Saturday and Sunday, 57 on Monday, and then the low to mid 50s after that. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Ring, Paramount Home Entertainment, Rosetta Stone, and Microsoft.
Are you looking for gifts that sizzle this season? You're in luck. Digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong is here today with his What's Hot This Holiday list. And okay, let's get it started, Mario. Every time we see your face, we know things are going to be hot. You got the smart gift for the smart home. Let's get it going.
I do, man, and I got some great brands that I partnered up with, and we'll start right there with the smart home. This one's a great idea. Now, people may be familiar with Ring cameras, but this is a bundle. What I'm about to hook you all up with are deals, so pay attention. This is the Ring Securities Essential Bundle. It comes with a second-generation Ring video doorbell, an indoor cam, so you know what's happening inside and outside your home. They both feature motion detection, two-way talk, so you can see, hear, and speak to visitors at your front door from anywhere. This is 50% off.
I saw that, man. I wanted one. So tell me, do you have anything for Star Trek fans?
So this is the Picard Legacy Collection. It's a Blu-ray collection with 54 discs, features one-of-a-kind packaging. It's got every series and film featuring Jean-Luc Picard. It also has over 35 hours of special features and some exclusive collectibles. You can find out about that on Amazon. I don't know. Are you a Trekkie fan like that?
You know what?
Really,
I know Nanu. Wait a minute. That's the wrong show.
That's the wrong show.
So Mario, what about if you want to gift an experience this year for somebody?
You know, this is good, man. A lot of people are talking about travel and other gift memory ideas. Rosetta Stone is a classic. This is a great gift experience to learn a new language. You can get bite-sized lessons with interactive activities, real-life scenarios to prepare you for actual conversations. The lifetime subscription on this, by the way, gives you access to all 25 of their languages forever. It's $149, which is their best price of the year. That deal is at rosettastone.com/holiday sale.
And man, as we wrap things up, give me something for the techie, for the gamer.
So for the techie, we're going to start with the laptop. Everybody's got to have a solid laptop. This is the Microsoft Surface Laptop 5. Y'all, let me tell you, this thing is lightweight, super thin, so it's great for students or professionals on the go. Now, if you need other tech or gamer gift ideas, just visit Microsoft Store. They got deals all season long. They got the free 2 to 3 day shipping, flexible payment options, and free personal shopping appointments and more. And then for the gamer, Mark, all you got to do is get them the Xbox Series S Starter Bundle. It is the Series S console and 3 months of the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. That means they're going to have access to hundreds of great games right out of the box.
Man, you got deals and good prices. Where can we get more information?
Yeah, man, just hit the website. We got everything there with all the links and everything you need. Go to inthenews.tv. If you got questions for me or you want other gift ideas as well, just hit me up on Instagram at Mario Armstrong, and I will DM you back.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Proud of you. Thanks.
All right, Mar. Appreciate that, man. Good to see you.
Take care. You know, they say money can't buy happiness, but a new survey finds not many people believe that. Coming up, how much money most people say they need to be happy. Stick around. So we've often been told money can't buy happiness, but a lot of people say they don't believe that. A recent survey found 6 out of every 10 Americans say money can buy happiness, and they even have an estimate of how much it would cost. When they were asked how much money it would take to be happy, Americans said it would take a net worth of about $1.2 million on average. And we wanted you to tell it. Do you think money can buy happiness? Right now, most of you are saying no.